Hello everybody! It's time to discuss the last chapter of Higurashi. There was a little bit of audio weirdness because in like the intro screen because I had this song from the VN playing and then it stopped when I plugged in my mic. But I got it back on. Hi Aris! Hi Gijitsu-sama! New BGM. Yeah. Well, this is a BGM from the visual novel. I liked the song, so I thought I would play it in this episode. Oh, let me open up my notes. This was a really wacky and really zany chapter, wasn't it? Where are my notes at? VM Bookclub. Higurashi chapter 8. Here we go. Sound familiar? Yeah. I wish that I could always use like songs from visual novels or like other things as my BGM, but I get worried about copyright. I don't know if I'll get like a strike, so I've only done it occasionally. Or like, I don't think I'll get a strike from it for just music. Maybe I would. But I assumed that I might get like what I've gotten on some of my other videos where it's like if I ever got monetized, that video couldn't be monetized. You messed up so bad at first. I saw you said that in the Discord. I didn't, like, when you did the fragments. What happens if you mess this up? Because what I did every time I like accidentally cracked one, I would reload my past save because I was worried. I was worried that it would mess something up. So I kept reloading. What happens if you just mess all of them up? Maybe I should have not gone back just to see. When the fragments first started happening, I didn't even know what was happening. I was like clicking a bunch of them and cracking a bunch of them, and I was like, this is probably wrong. So then I reloaded. It can affect the ending? Oh, I wonder what ending you get. Oh my gosh. Loud car. I wonder if there's like you get a bad ending? So this chapter, it started with Takano's backstory. It was really long. One thing I thought was interesting is that this part I watched on YouTube because like the beginning part I watched at work on my breaks on YouTube, and the girl I was watching was playing like a version where she had the voice acting patched in, and the voice acting would cut out whenever the voice acting would cut out at certain lines, and I guess it's because on like the version that the voice acting comes from, they cut out like all the more like political lines. So I thought that was interesting. Not sure I know there's a good ending, so it must be a bad ending. The normal ending we got was, or like the usual ending was pretty good, and then the like secret ending was better. Probably. I mean, I guess we don't really know what happened after that, but it was like Takano's parents didn't die in the secret ending. Yeah, I watched the scene from a tuber and she had modded it. Yeah, it was very interesting that voice acting cutting out to see, because then it showed you what lines they cut out of like console versions of the game. Like a lot of the comments about like World War II got cut out of like the console versions, and you could tell because the voice acting would get cut out. The part where Takano got caught, like when she was running away and she got brought back, was very scary. And I was like, what are they doing to her? The secret ending was nice. Everyone is happy. Yes. The regular ending was really good too. Like, it felt so cinematic. The whole, like, last couple chapters of the VN, which was all just, like, running and fighting. It was so epic. But if that happens, does any of it happen at all if that happened? Yeah, like if Takano's parents didn't die, yeah, you wonder what happened then, you know? I guess if Takano's parents wouldn't have died, then there would never have been research on the Hinamizawa syndrome, right? And then Satoko might have never been able to get her treatment. I guess maybe that's an idea. I don't know. Oh my gosh, the reveal that Satoshi was alive the whole time? That threw me for a loop. He was in the basement of the Irie Institute. That drove me... I was like, oh! Really? I really was not expecting that at all. I really thought he was dead. Like, when we were reading, the fragments, I really thought that maybe, like, he was used as a test subject by the Irie Institute and they killed him, sort of like the guy they lobotomized. I thought it might have been a thing like that, but he was alive. And then it reminded me of like a YouTube comment I had read on a different chapter of the Let's Play that I had watched of it that made me think that Satoshi was 100% dead, because there was a comment where someone was like, I hope Satoshi's alive, and someone else responded like, that boy is definitely in the ground, or something like that. But now I realized that was just a clever pun, because he was in the basement. I was like, oh, he must really be dead, but that commenter had just a clever pun. It was pure epic. It was like an action movie. It was. I wonder where the other members of the visual novel book club are today. I added everyone on Discord. Maybe everybody's busy. Oh no, did I pick a bad day? Troy, I was... What the fuck, though? So thought he was going to be experimented on. Me too. And... So I guess, I mean, like, by the time we left, it was like Satoshi was still in a bad state, but there was like hope that he could get better. So I hope that he did get better and was able to return to Satoko and give her that teddy bear. In my notes, there's a lot of things about the fragments, because I was like, in order to try to get the puzzle sort of right, of doing all the fragments in the right order, I was writing down like what happened in every fragment. So my notes this time around really aren't very helpful. I kind of just wrote like everything down. That's not very helpful when it comes to just pointing out like the important parts. Yeah, I thought Iris would be here. They're pretty consistent. Something must have come up, not online in Discord. Yeah, it's the last episode. It was shocking to see Hanyu at school. It was like, how could she do that? But I guess she can just become physical at will or something. I am trying to watch. I want to watch the anime of season 2, or like the season 2 of the original anime with Ameko. She said she'll watch it with me, but every time I ask her to, she's never in the mood. I really want to watch it soon. But sorry for talking about the start. At first I thought they were making things up about the orphanage. Scary place. Yeah, I felt bad for her too at first. I guess, like, I feel sympathetic towards her, but at the same time, like, the actions she did later on still make me dislike her. But yeah, like, at the very beginning with her backstory, I felt sorry for her. It was kind of epic when she saw Hanyu at the shrine, when she, like, put the penny in. And Hanyu was, like, lecturing her. That was kind of epic. She's a bit crazy, like, fully one goal minded. Yeah. And then she was just being played the whole time. Like, the lady who was said that she was helping her was not actually helping her at all. And I guess in the end we don't really know what happened with her because Tomataki, like, stepped in. And I guess she lives with him now. When I was looking at the fragments, the one that, like, one of the fragments, like, you know, they all said, like, something is required. The part where it says, like, a bat to beat her to death is required. I was like, what? I was talking about the ant, though, but I was like, I just thought it was a funny way to phrase it, I guess. It was funny with how, like, dark it was to say that for a fragment being a god. Is that who the maid outfit is for? Maid outfit? Huh? Wait, what? Did I forget something again? I feel like in these episodes somebody always says something and I always have forgotten it from the actual visual novel. As you played it, the fragments made more sense. Yeah. The fragments were very confusing to me when they first popped up. I was just clicking them at random. And then I was like, oh my god, I shouldn't be doing this. And then I reloaded. And Takano was unreasonably rude to Hanyu when she just called her a monster for having horns. Takano, stop it. Like, literally, like, right after everybody was having a conversation about it, too. At the end, Shiyama visits the clinic and bring clothes. She bought a maid outfit that was too big for her. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, who was that for? Is Takano still there though? Takano's like with Tomitake, right? Maybe he, or yeah, what was she doing? She's putting Satoshi in it. I don't know. Most people in their club just like so quickly, so easily accepted that she had horns though, which was kind of weird. Everyone was like, oh, okay. She was born like that, okay. They accept things very easily. That means you could probably pull a prank on them. And put them in fake horns and they would just believe you had them. Takano like was very specific with like when she was talking to Tomitake about her grandfather being the other Dr. Takano, and she was like, really, don't tell anybody, you better not tell anybody. She basically like kind of left a threat open that maybe she would be killing him if he told somebody. And he still like just freely gave that information out. I was like, what? Why? She like basically threatened to kill you if you told anybody and you're just telling everybody. Yeah, they're like, huh? No biggie, moving on, yeah. So that means the demons were real, yeah. Hinamizawa is an interesting town. Let's move to Hinamizawa. Hinamizawa, like the layout of the town is, and like the pictures are taken from a real town. I wonder what the people there think about Higurashi in that town. I wonder if they get like tourists coming to visit because it's a town that looks like Hinamizawa. I'm gonna look up what that town is called. Hinamizawa, real town. It's based on the real world village of Shirakawa-go. Shirakawa-go. Hinamizawa was based on the real world village of Shirakawa-go. Shirakawa-go's population is actually smaller than Hinamizawa's, having only 1,864 people as of 2009 compared to Hinamizawa's 2,000. Shirakawa-go is located in Gifu Prefecture, high in the mountains. Like Hinamizawa, most of it is dense forest. Shirakawa-go was also used as a base from the Hitogata settlement in the mystery visual novel Kara no Shoujo 2. This makes Kara no Shoujo 2 and Higurashi's villages have striking similarities, including most identical village overlook shots. Wow, this tiny little town has 2 visual novels that based their town off of it? That's interesting. I wonder why, because like if I think about like the town I grew up in was probably, it is really small, probably around that population level. Like nobody would ever think to, like the idea of 2 properties using it as the base of their thing is unreasonable, because like even people like a few cities over have never even heard of the town that I grew up in. So the fact that this tiny little town is the base for 2 visual novels is kind of crazy. Yeah, Takano was power crazy, but she also wanted people to talk to and to trust. Maybe that's why she told him. I do think Tomitaki loved her, but she was definitely willing to have him killed. Yeah, like he's just like, no, she's coming with me. Can't you see? She has Hinamizawa syndrome. She needs someone to take care of her. And she would have just easily killed him. But yeah, he just like, even though he was threatened by her, he still like so easily gave up that information. I wonder if a lot of people go there for visits because of the game. Yeah, I wonder. Haha, okay, that's a small town. It's a very small town. I wonder if you can find anything about it. Oh, there's a page on the Higurashi wiki about it. Shirakawa-go Higurashi. Do tourists? Shirakawa-go Wiki Travel. Oh, Wiki Travel's not loading. Oh, here we go. It's famous for farmhouses and other features about Favorite Village is the recent game series. It says recent game series, Higurashi. And it says 2002. Is that really recent? And the anime series that followed, although the village residents are not altogether thrilled that an anime series depicting large level of violence has based itself on their village, it has brought the tourists nonetheless. A number of locations from the anime series can be visited in Shirakawa, the most prevalent site being the Hachiman Shrine, the shrine where the shrine maiden Rika Furude met an unfortunate end, and also the major shrine of the village. Like it says she met an unfortunate end there. I think that's probably just the shrine she lived at, right? Or the shrine that she worked at. She doesn't always meet an unfortunate end there. She didn't in the last chapter. That's why I think Takano still the clique because of syndrome. Oh. Oh, maybe they have her in the basement too. Oh god. My town is like 4,000 people, but it's on the way to a major country town. I could probably look up how many people my town has. Does saying the population of the town I grew up in give people a hint to where it is? Because if it's gonna dox me, then I won't say it, but that won't, I mean, there's lots of small towns. I could probably just look up the population of my town and say what it is, right? It's very low. I would guess it's probably around Shirakawa-go. People have been leaving the town I grew up in too. Population doubled in the last 15 years. Wow. Is there something that brings people over there? Now where I'm gonna visit if I ever go. You're gonna visit Shirakawa-go? Okay. The town I grew up in has about 2,000 people in it. I just looked it up. Although I think that said that was, when was that taken? Oh, that was just, okay, yeah. Around 2,000 people. Yeah, I grew up in a very small town. I like small town vibes. It's nice when everybody knows everybody. I miss my hometown a lot. I like it a lot better than the town I live in now. Especially because the town I live in now is a lot more dangerous. Like, the town I grew up in, people would just, like, a lot of times just leave their doors unlocked at night. There was, like, there was, like, barely any crime there. There was, like, one incident, like, way before I was born of, like, someone getting killed, but that was, like, a long, long time ago. And for the most part, there was, like, barely any crime in the town I grew up in. But now where I live, there's, like, people breaking into cars, and packages always get stolen off the porch if you don't grab them quickly. And yeah, that's why I miss my hometown. Working a nice quiet life, vineyards and stuff. Close enough to the bigger hub, 4 hours from the capital. That sounds great! If I had the money, I would definitely want to live in a tiny town again. If I had the money to move. And if I had a car, I guess if I had the money to quit my real life job, because I guess the problem is that I don't have a car, so I have to live in the middle of town so I can take the bus to work. And, like, I think, at least in the small town I grew up in, there's not, like, very many job opportunities. Most things are, like, local businesses, and most of them pay not well. Like, a lot of them pay, like, under the table, and they pay, like, exactly minimum wage. Like, that was both the places I worked at in the town I grew up in. My town was like that, but ice/meth kind of changed that. Bad side and good side of town. Oh, no. That's scary. I'm out of town by 10 kilometers or 6 miles, so we leave our doors open. Wow. I remember one time a bat got into our house in the town I grew up in, and we couldn't get it out, and we spent like hours trying to get rid of it, and it was summer, so me and my sisters were on summer vacation, and my mom was like, I really need to go to sleep so I can go to work in the morning. And so she just had me and Amiko. I mean, she didn't tell us to do this, she just said we could if we wanted to. And I wanted to. We sat in the living room with the door wide open, watching the bat and just trying to see if it left. And I remember just like sitting there, and I was watching Serial Experiments Lane on my iPod Touch and just like with the door wide open waiting for the bat to leave as like the sun began to rise. It was really pretty seeing the sunrise, and it was very foggy. It was a very pretty morning. I have fond memories of that morning watching Serial Experiments Lane while waiting for a bat to leave my house. And with my cat yowling because so she wouldn't like run outside, we like put her in the bathroom because the bathroom, like a lot of the doors at that house didn't have actual doors that like you could close completely. So the cat was like had to be closed in the bathroom. So I guess that's not a very pleasant part. I think eventually she went to sleep in the bathtub. Didn't try to chase it out. We tried to. Well, we tried for a couple hours, which is at which point my mom went to bed. And then Amiko and I just sat in the living room like watching it because everything we could do to try to get it to leave wasn't working. And it was like way too high up for any of us to reach. It was like right by the ceiling. And yeah. And I remember then one time at my dad's house, because that was at my mom's house. One time at my dad's house, a bat got in, and I just like I woke up to my dad like being next to my bed, and he was like, "Maggie, don't move." And I didn't know what he was talking about, but I guess the bat was like on my like legs or something, and he like covered it in like a Tupperware container and took it outside. He didn't want to tell me that that's what it was because he didn't want me to freak out because there was a bat on my legs. Bats would get into the houses around there a lot, I guess. But it would happen a lot more at my mom's house than my dad's house. Typical country houses. Yeah, you get bats. I don't know what I would even do if I got a bat, like, now that I live alone, like, away from my parents. Cause, like, I would be so scared to try to get rid of a bat on my own. The weather can change the shape over time? Oh yeah, so there's probably, like, crevices that the bats can get in. At my mom's house, I know that there were, like, these, like, sort of storage areas. They weren't exactly rooms. They were just, like, off, like, I guess sort of like closets, kind of, but without any closet qualities, like anywhere to hang things on. I don't know, just like little like areas that we just use for storage, and the bats would get in those areas. Plus you don't want to get bit, you have rabies over there. Yeah, that's the thing with bats that scares me the most, I guess. I mean, I just remember reading the book Cujo, and the dog in that book gets rabies from a bat. And I don't want and so I don't know how common it is for bats to carry rabies, but I still am kind of scared of that. Are they big or small bats? I'm not sure. I guess I don't know in comparison what the size of a big bat versus a small bat is. Because I've only ever seen those bats, so I can't really compare them to another bat. They're not like a tiny, they're not like a tiny little like fruit bat or anything. Like those are the really small ones, right? No rabies down here. Yeah, I've heard that. Isn't like Australia and Japan are both rabies free, right? That's probably easier because you guys are like islands. So it's probably easier to do that there, right? Small can fit in your hand. I think they were big bats then, probably. I don't know. Because I also don't really remember what they looked like that well. But they were still scary. No matter what size they were, I was scared of them. And then like at my grandma's house, because she lives like really way out in the woods, you could just hear bats outside all night. Like you just hear them chirping. And if you like went outside, you could just see them a lot. Because my grandma on my mom's side lives like in the middle of nowhere. It's great. She has like her whole backyard is basically just woods, and it's so fun. She's had like bears in her yard before. We are really strict about things here. Bringing animals is really difficult. Even food and stuff is a big no-no. I guess you have to do that to like prevent. But like if you already are a rabies-free country, you want to be careful, right, to not bring it in. No plant matter? Oh. Wait, can rabies be on plant matter? Huh. Kind of cool, scary. Bears seem awesome. I mean, my sister's a bear. And she's pretty awesome. That was kind of funny one time at my grandma's house too. One time she and my grandpa woke up and they went outside and their yard was just full of cows because a farm not that far away from her house had lost their cows and they all showed up in my grandma's yard. That was funny. No, but we protect our fauna. Bringing stuff from nature is difficult in general. Had the same but with sheep. Sheep showing up in your yard. I saw your picture of all the sheep in the Discord. They're so cute. The pet pics. The sheep. Sheep are cute. Is there more that we should talk about the visual novel? Right now it seems like it's just Yuga and Jitsu-sama. I was kind of expecting to be able to talk to everybody about the visual novel, but now it's just me and you having a conversation. So it's like normally we're able to get the thoughts of a couple different people and like discuss them. And that like brings the time of talking about the visual novel a bit longer. If we can discuss everybody's different thoughts and feelings and opinions, but it's just two of us. Don't get caught by the border cops. Big fines. Border cops in Australia? You only get a few each year. Wait till next time, wait for Iris to be able to participate. Are you saying I should do another Higurashi episode? The next visual novel we were going to do, I think, was AI, the Somnium Files, I think. Because, I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been Iris. Said that they had bought it and that it was on sale on Steam at the time and suggested that we could do that one. I think that was our next visual novel plan on the list. The airport police that check bags. Oh, yeah. People, like, aren't they really, like, strict about everything? Like, airport people? Like, liquids and stuff, even. I've only been on an airplane, like, I guess technically twice because a plane to get there and to get back when I was a kid, and we went to Disney World or Disneyland. We went to the one in Florida. I don't know which one's which. You can pause it here. Got like 10 pages of notes. Whoa. For this chapter, I had so much to say. I have I have a ton of notes, but they aren't very helpful because I wrote too much. Do you think anybody's gonna be able to show up later on in the stream? Probably not, I guess, if it's already 40 minutes. They're very strict. Well, one thing I thought we could do in the stream is I made an account on VNDB, like the visual novel database website, and maybe we could make like a list. Like I could make other lists of like what visual novels we want to add to like the potential playing for the future book club episodes. Going into Malaysia, you can pretty much bring in everything. We bring so much food and they're like, yeah, whatever, go through. That's crazy. They don't care. That's interesting. Okay, everyone on the stream this morning. Yeah, the stream. I guess for me, that stream was last night. But yeah, everyone was there. Maybe... maybe that messed with their daily schedule. Maybe they normally couldn't go to that stream, but they wanted to go to it. So now they can't go to this one because... I don't know. That'd be a good idea. I have... on the visual novel database. Well, I also have the old list that we made, like, back when I first brought up the idea of a visual novel book club, and it still has, like... some of the original ideas on it too. But I don't know where I saved that at. Same with pets from Malaysia, just bring them on through. They don't care. Wow. Is this it? I found it. I found our original list of potential visual novels. This list says Clannad, Summer Pockets, Steins Gate, Rewrite, Higurashi, 999, Buried Stars, Fata Morgana, V11, Hall A, Senrin Banka, AI the Somnian Files. Here, I'll just add all of them to a list on VNDB. Can I, like, here we go. And then... a short quarantine. Australia, it's like 3 to 6 month quarantine. After you leave a place? After you like get back from a different country? Is that what you mean? Or, oh, you mean like when the quarantine happened, right? They wouldn't put you in quarantine for 3 months for going to a place, probably, right? You meant just like the normal quarantine. I think V11 Holly's pronounced Valhalla. Oh yeah! We talked about that before. In your region now, is it day or night? It's 9 a.m. here. For pets. Oh, pets. That makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna start adding things. So, Clannad. Oh, I need to make the list before I can do it, I think. The visual novel list. Manage labels. Whoops. Manage labels. New label. BN Book Club Ideas. Save changes. Almost 10 p.m. for me? Wow. Australia is like the opposite of here. You guys are always like the opposite time. And here, 8 p.m. Wow. No Clannad, break my heart time. Yeah, break our heart time if we end up doing it. Clannad's really long though. I don't know if we end up doing that one. We might. Depends what people choose. Clannad's like 80 hours. Summer Pockets. Steins Gate. $44 hours. Being Book Club Ideas. Literally the other side of the world. Yeah. Rewrite. Rewrite's very long. 999. don't even... Is this it? 9 Jika 9 ni 9 no Tobira. What, 80 hours for single playthrough or for everything? Probably for everything, I'm guessing. It just says... I think that the way VNDB does times is kind of dumb. It just says very long, 80 hours, 18 minutes. But, I think that, I feel like maybe VNDB should... Oh! Actually, I just found something. I didn't know this about VNDB. If you click the votes, like the people who voted it, like the very long is given from an estimate. And then if you click the votes, people write like how long it took them to play and how much they did, which makes more sense to me because the problem I used to have with VNDB is I would say like 80 hours, but it'd be like, okay, but is that one playthrough? Or is that playing all routes? What is that? But there are lots of people who have their time here and how much they did. Like this person said it took them 143 hours, and they said that it's because they reread Nagisa's route a couple times. Oh my gosh, the people who got like completed 100% are all getting like really high numbers. 163 hours to 100% everything? All routes, all achievements. It looks like pretty much everyone did like all the routes. There's not really like a like how long it takes to do one route. It'd be cool if VNDB had options for like rating how long each route individually took you. Maybe if I started cataloging how long routes took me, I would like keep track of like each route, and then I could put in the notes like this route took this long, this one took this long. Checked how long to be 80-ish hours for completion, 65 hours for single play. Jeez. Buried Stars is the next one on this list. What even is this? A lot of these ones are things people suggested, but I'm not very familiar with. Fata Morgana. I always wanted to read Fata Morgana. It's horror. I like horror. That'd be heaps more helpful to know. Yeah. I think maybe in the future I might start just like recording every route and how long it took. Valhalla. Select label VM Bookclub ideas. Senran Banka. VM Bookclub ideas. That time we were looking through Steam finding stuff. Yeah, there's lots of interesting VNs on Steam. AI the Somnium Files, which I think is the next one we're doing. I wonder if AI the Somnium Files is categorized into chapters or not, or how we should do that. I'm going to... How about, I'm gonna add Raging Loop to the list because I've heard good things about Raging Loop. And I don't think it has H scenes. Yeah, no sexual content. So I'm gonna add that to the list because I've heard good things about that one. So let's see if AI the Somnium Files is categorized into chapters or not. I'm gonna look it up. Chapters. Okay. It's divided into chapters, categorized by root. Okay. What is this? Oda root. Oh, there's a lot of different roots. Oh gosh, how are we gonna do this? Each day has a range of chapter between 1 and 4 per day within a single route, averaging about 3 per day. So should we do it in order of routes? They have base scenes. It should be okay because not showing on stream, but want need to make sure everyone is okay with it. I thought I'm okay with ones that have H scenes as long as they have a version that has it without them. Just because I guess I'm paranoid, but I don't like the idea of like. I mean, I think my viewers are mostly adults, right? But I guess I don't like the idea of some like kid like stumbling across my videos and wanting to join in. Maybe I'm a bit too paranoid though, but I thought I would prefer if they have like, because a lot of games have a censored version on Steam anyways, so I thought we could stick to those. I think leaving it open for choice would be more fun. Different routes would be interesting. Oh, so you think that like we should do like everybody just play whatever route they feel like? Like just follow their heart? Looks like there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's only 3 routes? Except for it looks like this one route is really long compared to the other ones. Maybe not. Oh wait, no. There's 4 routes. It looks like you have to. There's Ota route, Mizuki route, Annihilation route, Iris route, and then Resolution route. So I guess there is 5. I wonder if it's locked in a certain order. Huh. If we do certain routes, we're gonna need a guide to play it. Yeah. Man, this is harder when we have a visual novel that actually has choices. Before we were just doing Higurashi and not even having to worry about like how we were gonna do things. Is this locked in a certain order? Plus good arguments for best waifu slash husband. That's true. Maybe... Are we gonna, like, play multiple routes, though? Like, are we gonna play the game once and then play it a second time? Normally when I play a visual novel, I try to play all the routes. It'd be nice if everybody was here so we could get everybody's opinions. Maybe I should make a post in the Discord? In theory, the game is designed to be played in whatever order the player decides to take, making their own independent choices at the parts of the story that branch off from each other. However, most fans of the game agree that certain measures should be taken to experience the ideal story order. Okay? As certain routes can act as spoilers for each other, otherwise continue story elements introduced in other branches. Additionally, this is reinforced by the game itself. Via the order of achievements slash trophies, the color of the branches and how the files are saved in the game's data as a recommended route order requires speaking about the number of endings in the game. The specifics shall be covered up in a similar spoiler tag as above. That said, if you wish to know simple information about the route order, read the following. Certain somnium branch off into either an A branch or a B branch, each of those leading to a different timeline. If you wish to follow the recommended order, stick as close as possible to the A branch to the left side as possible. The bare minimum that's required is that for the first branching somnium, Psychen in the Pain, choose the left bird cage and head to the left side of the story branch. Is it highly recommended to go left first instead of right? That's a bit confusing. Higurashi did make it easier being like that. Yeah. Oh, now that we're done with the series, I can ask who is best girl slash best boy. For me, it was definitely Rena. Usually try to do this wellness experience at all. For me, I like Rena the best. Let's see, and now I can go on and change it from playing Higurashi to finished. Playing finished, and I think I'm gonna rate it a 10. Honestly, this was great. I think people are out touching grass, only me and Iris are online in Discord, but yeah, put it in Discord. Okay, I'll ask everybody on Discord. Really like Rena, but Shion and me are really cool. So you have 3. Or you like Shion and me better? What if you had to pick one? What if I said, hey, you have to pick one? Their mom is really pretty. Shion Mian's mom. She is. She was really, like, the last chapter, seeing her and Oishi form a friendship was really awesome, wasn't it? After, like, all that time of Oishi just hating that family. Here, I'm gonna drop the link. That's, the VN Book Club ideas list that I made. And if you have anything that I should add, you should let me know and I can add it. But here in the Discord, I will say VN Book Club. The next visual novel we are reading, or we will be reading, is AI, The Somnium Files. I wanted to know how everyone do it. Do we all pick a specific route to go down together? Or do we play it blind and follow our own feelings with places. What do you guys think? Okay, and put it in Discord. Okay, and we'll discuss, and then we can decide also when the next meeting will be, because I don't know how long it will take. Damn, on Mian, she got a bossy side, but so does Shion. Ah! Yeah, they actually did switch places. Mian is the younger twin. Yeah. It's easier. Yeah, they did swap places. Although, did you watch the alternate ending? Isn't it interesting how, like, they brought up possible other endings? They were like, what about an ending where the twins were never switched? I want to see all those different storylines that they've mentioned there. Wouldn't that be interesting to see? Rena was probably my favorite, and then for me, probably after that would be Mion, because I liked Mion's tomboyishness a lot. I thought it was really cute, and it was kind of epic at the end when she fought, I don't remember his name, the leader of the Mountain Dogs. Wasn't that really epic and cool? Is that in season 2? Why did season 2 happen? Is it a continuation of the anime? I think season 2 of the anime isn't season 2 of the anime the last like 3 chapters of the visual novel? Like the ones we just read? Or no? That's what I thought it was. Because I thought season 1 was like the first like 5 chapters. And she whooped him. It was so cool. Yeah, that was so cool. It was so cool seeing how, like, against all odds, all the club members were able to just fight off all these, like, grown adults who were, like, trained and had weapons. Just through their sheer willpower, they were able to defeat them. It was awesome. The whole ending sequence was so awesome. I was, like on the edge of my seat, just like so excited. I was like reading so fast because everything was so exciting, you know. It was that sort of feeling. It was a page turner. That's what they call it, right? Like if it was a book, it'd be a page turner. It was just so exciting. I'm gonna really miss Higurashi. When the ending song started playing, I started crying. Because I was feeling like this was such a good experience and such a wild ride, and I'm really gonna miss it. You're not sure, you think you need to rewatch it. Isn't like the new seasons though? Those are like alternate universes, right? Like the new ones? Like I was really, really emotional at the end. I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss them all so much. Like, I don't know if I've ever felt this attached to characters in a visual novel before. It's probably just because it is so long. But they're all really great characters too. Like, I felt way more attached to these characters than I do in, like, most, like, dating sims I've played. And in dating sims, they specifically make them so that you, like, are attached to them because you're imagining you're dating them. But, like, Higurashi had me, like, so attached to all of them. The cop Akasaka was a Chad. He kicked butt. Yeah! It was so epic. Him and Tomitake and Airi. and Kasai were all really epic. Like, all the adults who were helping them. And the kids were all really epic, too. Everybody was so cool. And they all, like, brought all their skills together to defeat them. It was great. I understand why it's really popular. It comes together so well at the end. Yeah. And, like, I feel like... I think a lot of people only have seen, like, season 1 of the anime. I don't know how season 2 goes, though. But I feel like a lot of people just see Higurashi as just being, like, shock. They're like, it's just, like, a shock value of seeing cute anime girls fighting each other. Or, like, they think it's just complete violence with, like, nothing to it. But, like, it has so much heart at the end, you know? And so much good, strong emotion. And it was great. Again, never mess with Satoko. I've heard that about the newer seasons, right? They make her kind of evil in the newer ones, don't they? That's like the one thing that I've heard about the newer seasons. Like, Higurashi, in terms of, like, the themes of it, is very, like, focused on, like, friendship, right? And, like, trusting your friends. And it's great. I mean, happy ending made it perfect. Yeah. I loved it. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of this. I found, like, a really weird Higurashi game. Let me see if I can find it on here. Higurashi. I think this is it. Higurashi Daybreak. This is really weird. If you look up Higurashi Daybreak, this is a VN, or no, it's not a VN, it's like a fighting game. It's a Higurashi fighting game. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of this to stream it. I want to stream this because it looks crazy. Here, I could put, like, the Wikipedia for it in the chat. This game looks crazy. I want to see if I can stream that. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of it. You made happy, you made perfect. The friendship was a major point for the success. Yeah! But the trust and stuff will fall apart. Yeah, like, the whole feeling is, like, you have to trust your friends and be honest with them. Fighting game. Yeah, I just linked the Wikipedia page for it. It's like, it's a Higurashi fighting game. And it looks really weird. I think it'd be really funny to try to play this. So I really want to see if I can get a hold of this somehow. Even though I don't think it has a translation, I'm sure I could figure it out. PSP game should be easy to emulate. I'll have to look into it. Maybe I'll stream it sometime soon. Oh, but I might have to... What's the game that... Amiko has a game that she wants me to stream too, and I told her I would stream it soon. Because she wants me to watch... She wants to watch me play it. I don't even remember. What is this game that she wanted me to play? I think I have it saved on my phone. So I might stream that game before this. Superliminal. Amika really wants me to play Superliminal, and I promised her I would play it because she wants to see my reaction to it. So I'm gonna have to play that at some point, probably beforehand. Just check YouTube. Someone played it a year ago. I should be able to find it. It has a description on how to get it. Oh, good. Okay. I'm gonna stream that at some point. Hopefully within this week. Or I guess the next week, because today's the last day of the week. Hopefully within this next upcoming week. I'm gonna stream that sometime over the week, and Superliminal, because Amiko really wants me to stream that game. Oh yeah, it's a really popular game. Yeah, I think that she... I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I try to avoid knowing a lot about a game before I stream it anyways, because I want to show people to be able to see my genuine reaction. But Amiko really wanted me to play it. I think it's pretty short, isn't it? Superman was about 2.5 hours. Yeah, so I'll probably do that in like one stream, and Higurashi Daybreak in another stream. Do you hear the birdies outside my house? I hear them making noise. You hear the birdie that's inside my house, which is me, but do you hear the birdies outside? They're going tweet 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 tweet. I think I watched a Superliminal playthrough a few weeks ago. Wow. So this is good timing or bad timing, because you already saw someone play it. You know what? I want Amiko to stream. I keep trying to get her to stream Omori because I want to see her reaction to that. But she's always like, no, we have the same viewers and they already saw you play it, so they probably don't also want to see me play it. But I just want to see her reaction to Omori. I want to watch her stream that really badly. Amiko should stream Omori. I guess it is kind of a long game, so it'd take a few playthroughs, but I want to see a reaction so badly. It'd be interesting to watch you play. You heard a cat, bird, penguin, cow. What? You only heard a bird. My cat is not making noises in here, and there are no penguins or cows. She might play it differently to how you did. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, maybe I'm alone in this. I don't know. I don't know what other people think. But I really like watching people play story-based games to watch how they react to the different, like, elements of the plot. Like, I want to see her reaction to some of the, like, plot twists in Omori, you know? There are lots of good plot twists in that game, and I want to see how she reacts to them. And, like, I want to see her, like, come up with theories, because I think it's interesting to watch people play a game like that and see like what they think is going on, right? That's why I want to watch her play it, but I guess she doesn't. She thinks that people won't want to watch it. Reaction to some of the best parts. Yeah, exactly. After I played Omori, I watched someone else play it. Because I wanted to see someone else react to it. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Maybe I'll look right now and see if I can find Higurashi Daybreak. Gotta do a playthrough of it myself. It's a very fun game. You should play it. It is fun. Wait, what is it? Steam? No. Higurashi Daybreak Portable Mega Edition, Limited Edition. That's a physical copy, though. I want, like, an emulator. think you got the good ending, didn't you? I think I did. Yeah, I did. And then I purposely went back and got the bad ending. I got the good ending. I didn't get the secret basil ending though, because I wasn't spending enough time watering my flowers. Been playing so many games recently. What have you been playing? I guess I kind of see some of the games you guys are playing on Discord. It makes me feel weird. I can just see what everybody's playing. I disabled that for myself. I feel like when I saw everyone was reading Higurashi, I was like, do you guys need more time? And I felt like weird that I could just be like, I see that you guys are playing it. Do you need more time? I was like, do I seem creepy? But I mean, it's Discord, so obviously I can see what you're doing. There's a physical copy. There will be an emulation of it. Download Higurashi Minigames plus Higurashi Daybreak Kai on uminekos.tumblr.com. Happy New Year's, everyone. Long on over to post since Mediafire sabotaged the last download of these, but I finally got around to getting these back, patched up, and reloaded. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of Higurashi minigames, too. Big Boobs Bounce? There's a Higurashi minigame called Big Boobs Bounce. Now for Higurashi Daybreak, this took an extremely long time to torrent, which I'm warning in advance. You'll be waiting a good bit of time to get this downloaded and extracted yourself. I went and patched the game so you get the Kai expansion pack, which includes the adult cast storylines. Should I be reading this? Should I be reading my plans to emulate a game? Okay. What kind of game is that? Big Boobs Bounce? They don't even have a description for it. They have Higurashi minigames list. And they have one just called Big Boobs Bounce, and it just says, you have to complete the hardest difficulty and Devi Devils to unlock this. It doesn't say what actually happens in the game, though. Guess there's a Higurashi game called Big Boobs Bounce. I think it's Emotes can't, which is fine at least. Okay. Playing not so say so games. Well, you know, I didn't want to, if people are on Discord, I didn't want them to see what I'm playing if it is something like that. I've been playing a lot of Artificial Academy 2 lately. That game's just fun. I think that's the best out of all of Illusion's games. Better than Koikatsu. There is an English patch for the menus. Sorry, not really any story/ending translation patches out there yet. Okay, so there's an English patch for the menu of the Higurashi Daybreak. Playing lots of Elden Ring, Elix 2, Ghostwire Tokyo. I've never played any of those games. Elden Ring's the only one I know. I'm a fake gamer. I don't play a lot of games off stream anymore. Cause now it's like if there's something that I'm gonna play, I'm always just like, oh, I'll just stream it. I play like games I can't stream, like Abaddon and Artificial Academy 2, and I play like The Sims because I have already played that, and like Animal Crossing. For the most part, all the games I play, though, I stream now. For the most part. Weird West. That sounds great. Is it about the Wild West? I love the Wild West. Weird West. Whoa. A dark fantasy reimagining of the Wild West? Wait, this looks epic. Where lawmen and gunslingers share the frontier with fantastical creatures. Join the story of a group of atypical heroes written into legend by the decisions you make in an unforgiving land. Each journey is unique and tailored to the actions taken. A series of high-stakes adventures where everything counts and the world reacts to the choices you make. Form a posse or venture forward alone into an otherworldly confines of the Wild West and make each legend your own. This sounds awesome! I love the Wild West. Kind of why I don't want to stream. I thought about it, but I play a lot of games. I couldn't keep doing it just for streams. The thing is, too, that, like, since I've been streaming, even the games that I play off stream, I play a lot less than I used to. Like, I used to play The Sims all the time, and now I very rarely play it off stream because on my days that I work, a lot of times I don't end up even turning on my computer. And on the days that I don't work, I end up streaming. And then after I'm sitting in this chair for a long time streaming a video game, it's very unlikely that I'll just go and continue sitting in the chair and streaming a video game because I was already doing that for a long time, or for a while, you know? And so a lot of times after stream, I just won't feel like continuing to play a video game. Because I was already playing one. So that's why I've been playing games so much less. Like, I remember Ameko being shocked when I told her that I hadn't played The Sims in a few months. She was like, you used to play it like every day. It's really fun so far. You might be pretty good at it as well. The Weird West. Maybe I'll stream that, maybe. Since COVID, I haven't turned off my PC for like 2 or 3 years. Yeah. I said that I never, like, turn on my PC. I guess I mean that I never go over there. Because I have a horrible tendency to leave it on for too long. I guess you're supposed to shut it down every once in a while. Because it's good for it, right? But a lot of times I just leave it on for, like, months. Until it, like, gets to a point where it's not working very well. And I'm really like, well, maybe it'll work better if I turn it off and turn it back on. I think my 1-year streaming anniversary is in a couple months. Sort by, they added oldest. June 23rd. June 23rd is my 1-year streaming anniversary. It's on a Thursday. Oh gosh. It's almost been a year, yeah. Your last comment got filtered? Sorry about that. You could try to rephrase it. The filter just automatically picks out words it thinks are bad. For my 1-year anniversary, I'll rewatch my debut, and then I'll cry from the cringe. It wasn't yabe at all. What the heck? Why did you get filtered then? Did you use a word that, like, could have a double meaning or something? That's so weird. It's about a place I get games. No idea. That's so weird. What the heck? Like a gaming website or like a store? No double meanings? What the heck? For cheaper. Okay, codes and stuff. Play Asia? That's a guess. I don't know very many websites. Store. I don't know. I guess. No, not Play Asia. I don't know any others. Website. This is now a guessing game. I don't know websites where you can buy game codes. Buying cheap PC game keys. GG deals. 3 of them, like Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle. Is that a website? CD Keys. Indie Gala. Fanatical. Kingwin. Green Man Gaming. Voidoo. That's all that's on this list that someone made for buying keys. Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle. Oh. So he's now skeptical at first, but it's pretty good. I've never used a website like that. Fanatical is the one. Ah. Yeah, I've never tried a website like that. DL Gamer. Fanatical. Oh, there's lots of things on here. Build your own anime bundle? Oh my gosh, there's so many anime games you can just add to an anime bundle. Wow. I've never used a website like that. I don't know. Oh, my tummy. I can save like 20% on new games? Wow. That's crazy. I never used a website like that. I've used like... Never anything like that. I used Play Asia to get Japanese like gift card codes for games that need Japanese credit cards, but I don't have Japanese credit cards. That's like all I've done. And I guess I used Play Asia to buy Switch games that are in Japanese too. That's all I've ever done in terms of like websites for buying games other than like Steam. I never tried any like the key websites. Symphonic Rain. Oh, is Symphonic Rain good? Should I add that on the list of like games we could play? Is that one good? Where's the VNDB? Symphonic Rain. I spelled it wrong. is this game about? Sonic Rancher lives in a fictional city of apparently Italian heritage where rain falls every day. The locals there have adapted this peculiar phenomenon and carry on with their lives as if the rain was never there. No one takes an umbrella, no one wears a raincoat. The main character of the story is 17-year-old Chris, a fourth student of the famous Piova Common School of Music. Separated from his childhood sweetheart, Arietta, when he left his hometown for the city, he keeps in touch through the means of weekly letters. For some reason, I thought Symphonic Rain was a Yuri game. I guess I'm wrong. Why JP gives the English translations off Play Asia that I can't get here. Humble Bundle got blocked by chat filter. Oh, that's the one that's blocked? I wonder why. Seems like an interesting game. It's got a cute art style. I added it to the VN book club game potential games list. Oops. I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Maybe sometime when I yawn, I should use my yawn button. Whoops. I was trying to make her yawn, but instead I made a calculator appear. It's got a music mini game? Really? Symphonic Rain? I didn't even know that. Did anyone play? I say did anyone play, as if there isn't only one person here. Or maybe Aris is still here, I don't know. One or two people here. Tamagotchi Corner Shop. I don't remember which one I had as a kid. I feel like it wasn't the first one. 2, 3. That one had a music game. That game was fun as... maybe I should play that on stream. A lot of times I want to play like not very good games that I had as a kid for the DS. I feel like that's fun to do. I'm gonna play the Tamagotchi game on stream maybe sometime. That game was fun. One of the Tamagotchi Corner Shop games. There's like a music game, a sushi making game. Car washing game, a cake baking game. You never played Tamagotchi Satch? You never even had like the original ones? Oh no. Growing up, I loved the original Tamagotchi. Like the tiny ones you get. What I was talking about was like a DS game about Tamagotchi. We'd get like the ones... The funny thing is, like, the Tamagotchi, they take, like, the circular batteries that are really expensive. So my parents, every time the battery would die on one of my Tamagotchi, they would just buy me a new one instead of buying the batteries for them. Because the batteries were more expensive than buying a new one. So I never, like, got past, like, 2 generations of Tamagotchis before the battery would die, and then I would just get another Tamagotchi. Your parents kind of put you out in the sports field. My parents gave up on that very quickly. My dad wanted me to get involved in like sports and stuff. Like he wanted me to get into soccer. But he gave up on that because I was completely uninterested as a kid. But maybe it'd be good if he had forced me to be in it, because maybe then I would have some athletic ability. He also really wanted to get us into martial arts for like self-defense purposes, but none of us wanted to get into it as a kid, which I regret now. Because like if I got into martial arts as a kid, I would be such a badass by now. Maybe my dad should just force me to be in it. You had a friend in boarding school who had one? Wow. Like, I remember that, like, probably when I was in 3rd grade, like, everybody had them at my school, and people would keep, like, you weren't allowed to have them in school, but people would keep them hidden in their desks. I'd keep them hidden in my desk. And I remember there was this one girl who liked to steal people's Tamagotchis, and then she would brag about how she threw them in her woods behind her house. She was scary. She stole people's Tamagotchis. There's someone who kept their Tamagotchi alive for like 20 years, changing batteries and keeping it going. Wow. Those things die really easily, like when they're babies. So you'd have to be really dedicated to do that. Because like, for 20 years, the Tamagotchis, when they get too old, then the game has you have them have a baby, and then you take care of the next Tamagotchi. So they would have been having to like be really careful. Like, it probably takes like a week for them to grow up and then have a baby. So like every like week, they would have to be like diligently watching a baby Tamagotchi for 20 years. That's impressive. I would keep Tamagotchi on my desk, and I would keep Littlest Pet Shops in my desk. I used to really like Littlest Pet Shops as a kid, and I'd bring in like Littlest Pet Shop furniture and the Littlest Pet Shops, and I would make them a little house in my desk. And I remember that there was this girl on my bus, on the bus that I rode to school, and this was a different girl than the Tamagotchi girl, and she stole some of my Tamagotchis. Not my Tamagotchis, my Littlest Pet Shops. She stole some of them. She stole some of Amiko's too. She stole Amiko's favorite, which is a little hamster. Sports at first sight, I love it. Sports was the career I wanted to be. Wow. Maybe if I was forced to do it, then maybe I would like sports, and maybe I would be good at sports. They think someone offered a lot of money for it. Wow. Oh, hi, Iris. Oh my gosh. I was wondering where everybody was. Wow, it's just been me and Genjutsu-sama here for a while. And Aris has been popping in and out on occasion. That girl's psycho, yeah. He's on a birthday party. We're here now. Oh, was it fun? We talked a bit about Higurashi, but there wasn't very many people here to talk with it about. We could probably talk more about it now that Iris is here. How we've been just chatting around of stuff. Yeah, we talked a little bit about Higurashi, and then like I felt like there wasn't like there's only 2 people here. Iris, what are your thoughts on the chapter? Do you have any specific parts we can unpause? Yeah. I don't know what part to talk about first. We already talked about some things, kind of. Yeah, it was fun. I did drink more than I thought I would, but it was fun. Oh! Are you crunk now? That's what I'm talking about at the beginning. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about at the beginning. I felt sorry for her. Now we're just like interrogating Iris, cause we already kind of talked about things. Thoughts on the ending? The ending was epic. Like Higurashi as a whole, this chapter built a lot on the previous one. I left the chapter with overall good opinion of the franchise. Me too. I really liked the theme of friendship and like trusting your friends. But the ending like had a lot. It was very emotional. Her name isn't Takano, is it? The first name is different as well. Her name is like Miyoko. I don't remember her last name. It started with a T too, but then she changed it to Mio Takano. Right. Her name at the beginning was something else. Not drunk. I just drank a few beer and glasses of wine. Crunk. The part where Mion and the leader of the Mountain Dogs fought was really epic. That's probably like my most epic moment in my opinion. I like that part a lot. Is his name like Okonagi or something? Okonogi? I don't remember what his name was. Akasaka had quite a big role, bigger than I thought he would have. Yeah. It was pretty epic seeing him fight everybody and seeing how strong he was. And don't forgive Takano for killing everyone at the end of chapter 7, but I did feel bad for her in her childhood at the end of the chapter. Yeah, me too. I don't forgive her for everything she did, and I still think my overall feelings towards her are mostly negative. Like, I still didn't really like her, but I did feel bad for her backstory. And yeah, at the end, when it turns out that the lady that she thought was helping her was actually just like playing her for a fool the whole time. That was like, yeah, I felt bad for her. He actually saved his wife. And Rika calling him dad at the end, just during. Yeah! He actually saved his wife. So, like, really everybody got a happy ending. Takano got messed around. Yeah. Satoshi was alive the whole time. That was crazy. The end also questioned as to how much she was affected by the never-resolved virus. Oh yeah, do you guys think that she really had it or what? Because like, she was scratching at herself a lot, and then like Tomitake was like, can't you see she has the virus? But it's like sort of left open-ended as to whether she actually had the virus or if like that maybe was just like a nervous habit of hers. And then I guess he like kept taking care of her after that. Or I guess maybe she was in the institute, because Genjutsu-sama mentioned that he thought that she was in the institute, because maybe that was why Shion brought the maid outfit that was too big for her. I also was mentioning about how AI, the Somnium Files, is the next game we're going to be playing for the book club. Reading? Oh, the chapter where the town was gassed and only Kei was alive. Did the village die because Rika was killed? I thought didn't they die because Takano did her gassing thing that she did at the end of chapter 7 to them? Scratching could have been her way of dealing with stress, but how irrational she was being, it would make sense if she was affected by the virus. Yeah. It is interesting that like the big researcher of the virus wouldn't have been taking more precautions against it. I guess, I don't know if there was any real precautions they could take though. You missed chapter 7? You didn't read it? Oh no. Chapter 7 had a lot of important information on it. Oh no. Chapter 7 was, it showed like you seeing Hanyu for the first time and Rika explaining the time loops and finding out that Takano was the one behind it and everything. Oh my gosh. The syringe was a cure, not a poison. Yeah, the syringe that Rika was going to use on Rena. Yeah, so the whole time she was going to be helping her. And also the syringe that she was going to probably use on Shion. Well, actually, I wonder about that. Because when Shion took the syringe and she injected it into Rika, then Rika started ripping her throat out. What's up with that? Or did she just do that of her own choice and not because of Hinamizawa syndrome? Like, what was up with that? Was she actually trying to inject Shion with the thing that Takano injected Tomitake with? Yeah, I saw Hanyu was like, so this is who they were talking about. About Anke as well. Oh, in chapter 7 they said Keiichi, they said that Keiichi was hallucinating and it wasn't actually a syringe. They were trying to, it was a marker and they were trying to draw on him for his punishment game. in chapter 1. But he had Hinamizawa syndrome and he viewed it as a syringe. See, chapter 7 was important. Chapter 7 had a lot of good information in it. Maybe Rika was just planning to kill Shion because she gave up on that world? Yeah, maybe. Maybe that is it. Then I wonder, maybe do you think it was a cure or the virus that she was giving to Rena then? Did she give up on that world too? I guess by the way she was talking, it was probably the cure, right? Because she, like, after Rena refused it, she was like, okay, fine, I guess I'll give up on this world. Is there anything else? To discuss about the visual novel? About this chapter? Rigi seemed to think being part of the experiments was important, so I'm thinking it must be a cure. Yeah, I think what she was going to give Rena was probably a cure. Just the way she was talking to her. Didn't like how the fight scenes were written, how unrealistic they are, but I can ignore those since I don't really hate them. Yeah, they were very like... they were very like, very lucky that the good guys were always like winning and like there would always be some coincidence. But you know, this is to show teamwork. It is kind of funny that a bunch of like teenagers and then like 4 grown men were able to fight off like an entire giant team of like military trained people. Loved it when all things came together and we get those moments. Yeah! This chapter had a lot of that, especially during the fragments. I liked seeing more of Satoshi too. It was really a proper anime ending, yeah. It was very, like, everyone's hearts are beating together as one. That sort of anime ending. They just said the mountain dogs. We're not a pure fighting unit, but come on. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of funny. But, you know. How else are they supposed to have a happy ending? I guess that's the whole, like, I guess they probably just didn't want to give a downer ending. Good military men lost to a bunch of kids. Yeah. And like Satoko was just able to just like put such intense traps in the mountains that it just completely like, that those guys were completely messed up by it. But, you know, it's still a good chapter. Especially, like, learning what was happening behind the scenes the whole time. It was just really interesting. Did like that we got a happy ending. It felt forced everyone lived, even the bad guys. Yeah, it was kind of like they didn't kill anyone. The good guys didn't kill anyone. I guess they didn't want them to kill anyone. Like, I guess they wanted to have like a sort of theme of pacifism, probably. But yeah. Sup? Hi, words. We're discussing chapter 8 of Higurashi. First I thought Irie was also evil. His doctoring was questionable, but he came good at the end. Yeah, like the lobotomy stuff was definitely questionable. But he came to help everyone at the end. The best ending is everyone lives. Yeah. I mean, I guess part of the theme is sort of that, like, even though it is unrealistic, I guess that's kind of the theme, right? Because, like, there was a whole theme of miracles, right? It's sort of like this whole situation was a miracle. It's not realistic because it's a miracle. I guess that's the theme of it too, right? Rika stopping a bullet. Yeah. That was crazy. Magic. Magic and miracles. Live lobotomies as well. Yeah. He was crazy. It's fun having some stuff confirmed and some things shattered. The most fun I had in the game was coming up with explanations and reasons. Me too. I really like stories where, like, everything has meaning. Like, even very small things in earlier chapters will come together to mean other things, you know? Or, like, would be a slight sign that this was actually happening in the background. She really is a reincarnation. Yes, she's Oyashiro-sama. She really is. I thought Hanyu was going to die. Me too. Wasn't the speech that she gave Takano so epic, though, about Takano playing God? That was so cool. And then Takano was still going to kill her anyways. Like, what the heck? She's just calling you out for this, and you're going to try to kill her anyways? That seems stupid. And Hanyu was able to, like, live on from that point, too, which is crazy, because she's just been, like, a ghost this whole time. Just because it's Higurashi, I thought someone has to die. Bye-bye, Hanyu. But good save. Yeah, I was really surprised. Especially because, like, if Hanyu died, it would make sense, and it would be sad, but you could still have a happy ending with, like, the consideration that, you know, Hanyu is just, like, a spirit anyways, and she's, like, a goddess, you know, and, like, Rika's the reincarnation of her, so it'd be sort of a feeling of, like, you know, it'd be a bittersweet ending. Like, you could still have happiness with Hanyu dying, but they kept her alive. Also, I didn't get why lobotomies were painted in such a good light in this chapter. Yeah! That was pretty, like, what? Yeah, I remember when I was reading, like, the earlier parts of the chapter when they were talking about Irie's history and everything, and I mean, I guess they sort of brought it up as being bad, like, when they talked about that man that from Hinamizawa that they did a lobotomy on, a live lobotomy on, and, like, didn't he, like, die? And then, so then Irie didn't want to do a lobotomy on Satoko. But still, it was weird how, like, they portrayed Irie as being, like, he can be a good guy while still performing lobotomies. I don't see how lobotomy can be seen as positive. Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. Sliced bread was the best invention since sliced bread. That's a good joke. But yeah, that was weird. That like they're like, Irie's a good guy, he just does lobotomies. Oh, I already asked Genjutsu-sama this question, but now that Iris is here, I'll ask you too. Who was your favorite character? And words, I don't know if you read the chapter words, but if you did, you can say your favorite character too. I just don't know if you read it. I think it's harder for, like, people, like, when I first started the VN Book Club, I had a lot more subs than I do now, or a lot less subs. And so now there are some newer people who would be, like, really hard for them to get into the book club. Just because of the fact that we were so far on. But I guess with the next visual novel, anybody can join pretty much a lot easier. Everybody needs help, is my opinion. Fave waifu/husband though? Fave waifu/husband though. I liked Rena the best. Got filtered again? You said something and it got filtered? What the heck? I don't understand. The filter's gone crazy today. The filter's gone wild. Miana or the mom? I like Miana a lot. Favorite character was Miana. She was really cool. My favorite chapter was where Rena believed in the conspiracy theories. Yeah, that was a cool chapter. Oh, I didn't think about what my favorite chapter would be. My favorite chapter. Yeah, my favorite chapter might be chapter 5. Or wait, is chapter 5 the one where Rena went crazy? Chapter 6 is when Rena went crazy. Chapter 6 might be my favorite chapter. Right? Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. That might be my favorite. Or this chapter might be my favorite too. Like, chapter 8 might be my favorite. Just because of all the plot twists. Mian Club Iris. Mian is awesome. I like her tomboyishness. 6 is Rena? Yeah, I liked that chapter a lot. That chapter and chapter 8. Probably my favorites. Is there anything else we have about the chapter? The next visual novel we'll be reading is AI, the Somnium Files, and Genjutsu-sama and I were discussing how we should do that. Should we, like, all pick a specific route ahead of time and all do the same route, or should we go in completely blind and follow our like follow our own thoughts and feelings for our choices, and then like talk about what choices we made. Like, which way do you guys think we should go about that? Because if we all go on the same route, then we can all talk more in depth about the plot of the chapter. But if we all make our own choices, then we can talk more about like, oh, this happened to me and this happened to me. We're going to do the AI game in one stream or multiple. I think games like 5 hours long. I thought we would probably do it like route by route. Is that not a good idea? I kind of was thinking like one route at a time. But I don't know how long the routes are. Apart from that, I really like Shion chapter. It was a huge what the fuck moment. Oh yeah, that chapter was crazy. Problem is we would spoil each other if we just go in. That's true. So maybe we should do route order. Then we'd have to read a walkthrough to make sure we get the right answer. I think there was a recommended route order. Let's see, where's the route order list? It says the recommended route order is Ota route, then Mizuki route, then Annihilation route, then Iris route, and then Resolution route. So I guess we should start with Ota route. Play 99 game had like 2 or 3 long ones and a few really short ones. Oh. Recommend route would be good to follow with that. It looks like if we're doing route by route and we're doing one route per book club meeting, that we'd be starting with Ota. Or if the routes are short, we could do like 2 routes of book club per meeting, or I don't know how long they are. I don't know. It's hard because the point of the book club is to read it all together, so it should be like that nobody's read it beforehand. But if nobody's read it beforehand, then we don't have anybody who can tell us how long things are. I need to get a charger for my camera. I'll be back in a sec. Plug in. No. Plug in. Okay, now it's charging. Okay. 2 routes should be okay. Okay, should we do 2 routes at a time then? Hi, Saz. We're discussing the next VN for the book club, which is going to be AI the Somnium Files. So we're going to do 2 routes at a time then? So, That'd be Ota route and then Mizuki route. If we're going by this route order. And of course in the first meeting, you know, we can see how long it takes and like make judgments from there. And we can also talk in the Discord server if things end up being too longer than we expected or anything like that. So we can always just like adjust things if we need to. A friend of mine told me he needed 21 hours for the full game, and he's kind of fast, not super fast, but the game also has a ton of animations from what I've seen, so assuming we would all end up with a similar length of play. Okay. Let's try to do 2 routes, and we'll just keep each other updated in the Discord and stuff like that, and we can also talk during the meeting and see if we need to adjust anything. Does that sound good? I think that sounds good. Sounds good to you? Okay. Okay, let's do it like that. We're gonna start off with doing the Ota routes and then the Mizuki routes. Alright. We've got the next meeting ready. Okay, is there anything left that we should discuss about Higurashi before I end the stream? Or is there anything else that anyone wants to bring up? Whoops. This song's great, isn't it? I think this song, what's it called? It had a funny name when I looked for it earlier. It's called Air Piz. The song I think is the one called Air Piz, which is a really unfortunate name. Piz? That sounds like piss. Air Piz? Yes, when will the killing end? What? The killing ended in this chapter. When you type in Higurashi Piz, because all I remembered was that Piz is in the title of the song, something comes up called What if Higurashi friends go to Pizza Planet? Is this a fan fiction? Oh, it's not. Oh. What if they went to Pizza Planet? Air Piss, oh no. Will you play any games today? Not in the stream. This is just the book club stream. We just talk about the visual novels that we were reading for the book club. But if you want to participate in the next book club meeting, we're going to be reading AI the Somnium Files, the what was it, Ota and Mizuki chapters. Yeah, Ota and Mizuki roots. The killing ends when all the pieces come together. Exactly, all the fragments. What, Pizza Planet? Pizza Planet. From Toy Story. Okay, so I guess that's the end of the stream. I think we talked about everything with Higurashi. My next stream will probably be tomorrow. Don't know what time because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule before I have to go back to work. And but I want to stream sometime tomorrow. I probably will do Superliminal because Amiko really wants me to stream that game. But I'm gonna talk to her because I don't know, she might want to see it live, you know? So I might want to make sure it's a time she can watch. If I don't play that, then I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of Higurashi Daybreak. you look hard enough, you'll be able to find Higurashi fanfic that involves pee. I'm sure you could. Isn't pizza really expensive in Japan? It is? Maybe it is. I don't know. I guess I don't know much about pizza prices in Japan. So yeah. You can speedrun Superliminal? Post a video. I can't watch it though yet because I have to play the game so I'm not spoiled on stream. But yeah, that's what the games I'll be playing sometime tomorrow. One of those games. Yeah. Kei-san was talking about it. Oh, the pizza prices? Oh. I didn't see that. Wow. Had a lot of fun with the Higurashi Book Club streams. Me too. I feel sad to leave them. Isn't this sad? We finished Higurashi. Well, maybe at some point we'll do Ume Neko, which is connected to Higurashi. That one's, I think that one's longer though. So, There's a bird going wild outside. I hear it. It's going. Wah, 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 wah. I think it would be nice out today here. It's been cold lately. Maybe it'll be warm. First book done. Ah. It was great. It was great. And maybe someday we could also do like the Higurashi bonus chapter someday if we want to. I'm getting really close to you. Hello. I guess that's the end of the stream. I don't know. If we don't, I think we're done talking about Higurashi, so yeah. So the next book club meeting will be on Saturday, 16th of April at 9 a.m. when we'll be talking about the first 2 chapters of AI, the Somnium Files. So read those ahead of time if you want to join in. And thank you all for coming to the stream, and thank you all for joining my fun Higurashi book club reading in the first place. And yeah, you don't think you would have read it otherwise? Honestly, this book club forced me to actually finish things because I'm bad at finishing things. I've told you guys that before. So yeah, I might have started it but never finished it without the book club. The book club is good for me to actually finish visual novels. Okay. So I'm gonna go now then, I guess. It's another chat message. I can't read the chat. The chat messages show up here before they show up on my screen. I can't really see them over here. They're too small. They're small when they're over here. Thanks for the stream and making book club. Thank you for coming to my book club. I also said having a deadline is great. It forces you to finish it. Deadlines are good. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all for coming, and bye-bye.